All right, everybody. Another divisional round matchup between the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. So we start off with a handoff there to David Johnson, the rookie running back for the Miami Dolphins, getting a nice solid run there to start the game. Then we've got Cam Newton back to pass, and he throws and he connects. I think that was Jordy Nelson. No, maybe that's his tight end, Eifert. That's his Eifert. Yep, that's Eifert. So Tyler Eifert there with the grab. Big catch and run there. So many weapons for this Miami Dolphins team. It's a lot of fun. Let's see, Miami, they have just been outstanding. I mean, when you look at these pieces, I'm sure they would definitely be one of the teams that in Madden, the 10-year-olds would be cheesing on online play because of all the talent they have. And as you can see, they strike early, scoring a touchdown there. AJ Jenkins getting the touchdown. But yeah, this team is so loaded. They're like probably the Chiefs from like 2 years ago or the Baltimore Ravens. Just so much skill on this team. Then you got Alex Smith getting chased out of a sack there, and he connects with his tight end. And by the way, if there are 10-year-olds watching this, I wasn't insulting you. You're cool. Thanks for watching the video. Anyway, LeSean McCoy gets a run there. It's 3rd and 9. Alex Smith trying to make something happen, and he does a nice touch pass there to Percy Harvin, his man, going down at the 25-yard line. Alex Smith throws the ball over the middle, connects with Antonio Brown. I think that was a holding penalty or something like that got him further back. Alex Smith back to pass, and he decides to run, and he just misses the first down by inches. He's going to go and snag it with the QB sneak. Now near the goal line, Alex Smith rolls out, throws up, and he throws right behind Percy Harvin. Bad throw there by the superstar quarterback. But there on 4th and 1, we get the ball to LeSean McCoy. He was traded for a first-round pick the Jets gave up to get LeSean McCoy from the Green Bay Packers. And there he is running in a touchdown for them. Here we go. Pass the ball all the way up there, and Fred Davis cannot come down with it, the tight end for the Dolphins. Yeah, we can probably do better than Fred Davis, but, salary cap is an issue with this team because there are so many talented people. Cam Newton making some connections there. Another short pass there to David Johnson. Definitely getting some rack yards. Let's see, David Johnson actually didn't catch much this year. It was... he had 170 yards and 1 touchdown. Joe McKnight had 169 nice yards and 4 touchdowns. So they didn't really do a lot of catch and run from the backfields. That's interesting. But anyway, Newton back to pass, throws the ball, connects to Tyler Eifert. Beautiful connection there. Touchdown, Dolphins. They retake the lead. They're doing a little dance. Yeah, Eifert had 598 yards, 3 touchdowns with 46 receptions. He is the 3rd leading receiver on the Dolphins. It's, of course, Calvin Johnson with 1,200 yards, A.J. Jenkins with 752, Eifert 598, Jordy Nelson 592. Then it drops all the way to the running back, David Johnson with 170. So those are the receiving leaders for the Dolphins. Alex Smith now back to pass down by 7, looking to throw, and he buys himself enough time to connect with his receiver deep down the field. That's Chip Kelly, by the way. He got those hair plugs there. Then he got Percy Harvin getting us to 2nd and inches with 50 seconds to go, throws it up, and I thought that could have been intercepted, but he gets right around the defender, zips it to Antonio Brown, the madman, and he gets a touchdown. It's interesting how many former Packers are on this team. Because Antonio Brown was drafted by the Green Bay Packers whenever his draft was, because Mike Tomlin was the coach of the Packers, so I decided to let that happen. But then he left for more money. We see a nice pass there. That's another, I think, is that 88 A.J. Jenkins? I think it is. Yep. And so here's Newton chucking the ball down the field, and Eifert just didn't turn right well enough. I've noticed in the other Maddens, I would hit that easier, and I don't know if my controller is getting old, that the Y button wasn't working there, because Eifert should have just turned around and caught it, but it went over his head for the pick. But here the Jets are trying to make something happen at the end of the half, and they do. Big touchdown grab there by Antonio Brown. again, making plays. Antonio Brown led the Packers, or not Packers, it led the Jets with 929 yards and 9 touchdowns this season. Behind him was Percy Harvin with 888, Jarius Wright 521, tight end Vance McDonald with 370. And LeSean McCoy had 301 yards receiving, but that makes a lot of sense. He's a good receiving back for them. So now they're up by 7, and they take over at halftime. As you can see, this drive already underway. Alex Smith connecting there for the first down there to his receiver. 88's Dante Moncrief. I don't know if you remember him. But then we have Alex Smith getting a big run. He slides because he's 32 years old. He don't want to get hit. Then we got a handoff to Shady McCoy. And Shady McCoy... Oh, excuse me. Alex Smith is 31 years old. Sorry, I didn't mean to age him too much. He gets a touchdown there. Great run by LeSean McCoy, who has 1,300 yards and 14 touchdowns this season. So that's good for them. Then we got Cam Newton running the ball up the middle, gets the first down. Down by 14 now. So he's got to dig his team out of the hole. David Johnson picking up that screen pass and getting the first down. Solid display there of good rack yards. And there I forced it. Not the best throw on my part. So I think that's Michael Kendricks that got the interception. And so Jets now start at their 8-yard line, and McCoy gets a good run down the field. Alex Smith back to pass, rolls out. Classic rolling out to the right. A lot of field, and he decides to take the field, and he gets the first down. But that drive stalls, and so Newton gets the ball back. Down by 2, he just dumps it off there to his wide receiver, A.J. Jenkins, and he's able to get the first down. Newton back to pass, looking to throw, throws it up in the air, and there we see Jordy Nelson running right out of bounds there, 305 yards for Newton, and Newton back to pass, throws to the wing there, and look at that, Joe McKnight just throws the man to the ground, shameless. He's a tough man right over here. Not even that tall, but he was able to shake off that defender, push him to the ground, and there we are, the 27-year-old running back. He's only 5'11", making a play and getting this to a one-score game. Let's see, that was number 52 there. Yep. So here we are in the onside kick. He gets the ball, and they level him. Big hit there by the Dolphins. They get the ball back on the onside kick. Down only 7. So Newton needs to bring back the lead. And here he is rolling out to escape the sack. Connects there to Jordy Nelson. Reliable hands. Then we have a play action fake. And they go right back to Nelson, who's been the hot hand here in the fourth quarter for the Dolphins. They are working their way down the field and maybe somewhat too quickly. There's a nice pass there. That was to 87, and 87 is Stedman Bailey. Now Newton gets around, and he throws the ball too high. 3rd and 1. Newton back to pass, looking to throw, rolls out. And he connects there. I think that was either Nelson or Eifert. Hand the ball off to McKnight. Now they're trying to drain the clock. The Jets see that. They call a timeout. Newton back to pass, goes up the middle, and he has fumbled the ball. But Calvin Johnson Jr. picks it up. So even though Newton tried to dive into the end zone for the game-winning touchdown, he still got the game-winning touchdown, luckily, because of a fumble in the end zone. Yeah, look at that. They're going to celebrate. And they are going to go for 2. They're not going to allow the Jets to to be a tied game. They want to force them that if they're going to win this game, they have to get a field goal to win it, not just to tie it. So here they are, and boom, Calvin Johnson Jr., hot hands, 2-point conversion. So this game has taken a quick turn after the Jets took a 14-point lead. The Dolphins have made up 15 points here in the fourth quarter. So here we go. A pass there to Antonio Brown, 54 seconds. Good reception there. Alex Smith back to pass, looking to throw. Pocket collapsing a little bit, and he connects with his running back, number 21. I think that's Abdullah. Here we go with the man in motion. Alex Smith back to pass. And tight throw there. He did not complete the pass. 3rd and 4. 27 seconds to go. He makes a connection there with Shady McCoy. Alex Smith trying to get a little bit closer for his kicker. Really dangerous pass there. They have 2 timeouts. They hand the ball off to Shady McCoy. McCoy can only get 2 yards on the play there. They call a timeout. Alex Smith back to pass. We see the blitz come in. The blockers get picked up. Vance McDonald is tackled. 4th and 1. The field goal attempt is up, and the field goal attempt is good. So even though the Jets almost blew the lead there, they were able to come back and get the game-winning field goal to win the game by 2 points. The Super Bowl defending champion Dolphins have lost, and we will see the New York Jets take on the New England Patriots in the AFC Championship game. Now, this team has faced a lot of challenges. They've gotten to the AFC Championship game on numerous occasions. They have more often than I realize. Kind of like the Mark Sanchez Jets with Rex Ryan. But we will have to see, can they surpass the Patriots and make the Super Bowl for the first time in my series? Or will the Patriots show up to the Super Bowl for their 3rd time in my series? So yeah, thanks for watching. Leave a like, subscribe to the channel. Only a few more playoff games left before we get to the Super Bowl. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.